As we have discussed before, projects are part of the overall system for value delivery in an organization. So it is important for project professionals at all levels to understand how their particular project is aligning with the bigger picture of the organization. The organization may have strategic planning, but how do they accomplish those strategic planning? To achieve the strategic planning, they can use something called OKR. OKR stands for Objectives and Key Results. OKR is a goal-setting framework where we try to define an objective or a goal, and to achieve this goal, we define some actions. The actions are known as key results. So for every objective or a goal, you may have about 3 to 5 key results. For example, if you look at here, we define our objective as delight our company customers. So that is the objective. But we cannot achieve this without having some proper actions. And that's where the key results come into picture. You can see that we have defined 3 key results for this objective. The first key result is achieve a net promoter score of 9 from our customers. The second key result is increase customer retention to 98%. And the third key result is take 2 new products to market. Each of these key results may need a project. For example, if you want to achieve a net promoter score of 9, you may need a project. You need to check what is the current NPS. How do we reach from the current level to the desired level? So we need to do it as a project. Increasing customer retention, again, that may need a project. Taking 2 new products, each product may need a project. So we set objectives, we set the key results, and that may lead to the projects. And as we start the project manager should understand what are the expected outcomes from this project. What are the benefits and values the organization is expecting from this project? So it is the responsibility of the project managers to clearly understand what are the expected outcomes of this particular project and how do we deliver it to the organization. So we all understood already that the goal of a project is to provide value to a business, and the type of business value could be a financial gain to the organization. It could be an increase in market share. It could be environmental or social benefits, or it could be an improved capability of the organization. Now, what are the steps to deliver business value? Now, there are 5 steps outlined in a paper published in PMI website. In case if you are interested to read this particular article in detail, I have provided a QR code you can scan and then go to that article and read it much more in detail. But I will give you a quick summary of the details given in that publication. Now, the first step is to understand the vision. The project manager has to sit down with the project sponsor, document the vision, understand the vision, and ensure that the effort the team is going to put is in line with the vision. The second step is to understand how the vision is going to be converted into true business value. So only when the project manager understands the business value, he can deliver the business value, and he can also track the business value, measure the business value throughout the project. The third step is the project manager should be enthusiastic about the vision and the business value. Not only the project manager should be enthusiastic, he should ensure that the team also be enthusiastic about the vision and the business value. That is the responsibility of the project manager to explain and make the team understand, and then the team also buys into the idea so that they will be interested to deliver the project. And step 4, it is for the project manager to ensure that the team environment is good enough for people to work efficiently. This is where the servant leadership concept also comes into picture, where the project manager may have to remove the roadblocks or obstacles that are in the way of project team to deliver the business value. And the step 5, measure the realization of the business value. It is not just enough to understand the business value. We also need to ensure that the business value is realized through the project. And this business value may or may not be just at the end of the project. Sometimes it may go even beyond the end of the project. So there should be some methodology to measure the realization of the business value. So those are the 5 steps you need to follow to deliver business value to an organization through a project.